In a bustling modern city where luxury apartments lined the skyline, two men worked at one of the top hotels in town. One was Cal, the cupbearer, who served drinks to the hotel's most important guests and knew all their secrets. The other was Ben, the baker, famous for his delicious pastries that had the city's rich and famous coming to the hotel just to try them. One day, the hotel's owner, a powerful and unpredictable billionaire, heard rumors of a scandal, talk that someone on his staff had betrayed him. Furious and not interested in finding out who really did it, he decided to punish both Cal and Ben. Without thinking twice, he fired them both, kicking them out of their glamorous lives and into the harsh reality of being jobless. That night, sitting in their small apartment surrounded by empty takeout containers and unpaid bills, both Cal and Ben had dreams that felt way too real to ignore. Cal dreamt of 3 glasses of fancy champagne, all lined up on a shiny silver tray. He picked up the tray and served the glasses to the hotel owner, who smiled, raised his glass, and gave a toast. Ben, on the other hand, dreamt of 3 perfect cakes, beautifully decorated and displayed in the hotel's bakery. But before he could serve them, a bunch of pigeons flew in from the city streets and started pecking at the cakes, ruining everything and leaving a huge mess. The next day, Cal and Ben, still feeling nervous and confused, met up at a small coffee shop to talk about their weird dreams. They'd heard of a young hotel worker named Joe, who was known for being super insightful, almost like he could see the future. Desperate to understand what their dreams meant, they went to Joe for advice. Joe listened closely, thinking carefully about what they told him. He looked at Cal first and said, "Your dream means that in 3 days, the hotel owner will realize he made a mistake. He'll call you back and give you your job as cupbearer again. You'll be back at the hotel, serving drinks like before." Cal immediately felt relieved, and a smile spread across his face. But when Joe turned to Ben, his expression grew serious. "Your dream, Ben," Joe said slowly, "is bad news. In 3 days, the hotel owner will blame you for the scandal to save himself. He'll ruin your reputation as a baker. The pigeons in your dream represent the public and the media. They're going to tear your career apart." Ben's face went pale as he tried to take in the bad news. The next 3 days were full of worry for Ben and cautious hope for Cal. Finally, on the 3rd day, everything happened just like Joe had said. The hotel owner, realizing he needed a trustworthy cupbearer again, called Cal, apologized, and even offered him a raise. Cal, excited, returned to the hotel, where the guests were already asking for him. But Ben's worst fears came true. The hotel owner held a press conference, blaming the whole scandal on Ben. The media ran with the story, and before long, Ben's career was completely ruined. The once famous baker was now just another victim of the cruel world of high society. In the story of Joseph from the Bible, we see an inspiring example of courage and faith. Even though Joseph was imprisoned for something he didn't do, he was asked to explain the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker. Joseph trusted God to help him understand the dreams, even though telling the truth could lead to serious consequences. It took a lot of bravery, especially when the baker's dream predicted something bad, but because of Joseph's faith and courage, he eventually rose to a powerful position in Egypt, where he would later save both the country and his own family from a terrible famine. This story teaches us that, even in hard times, trusting God and having the courage to speak the truth can lead to incredible change and redemption.